Welcome back friends. Tuendelee na kipindi cha Biochemistry. Na leo tuangalie classification ya lipids. Classification kwamba lipids, kama lipids tulivyosema kwamba zina variety nyingi, kuna aina nyingi za lipids. Kwa hiyo usisikie tu lipids ukajua ni mafuta tu, hapana. Kwa mafuta ambayo unaweza kupikia nyumbani, ile ni aina moja ya lipid. Lakini mafuta ambayo tunakuja kuyazungumzia kwenye mwili, labda yanatumika ku hold vital organs, ni aina nyingine ya mafuta. Mafuta ambayo tutakuja kuyazungumzia yanatumika kutengeneza hormones, ni aina nyingine ya mafuta. So we have different categories of lipids. And according to classification, lipid tungeweza kuziweka kwenye aina nyingi, lakini tumeamua categorize simply into 3 categories. Kwa tumeclassify kwenye categories major au main categories au groups of lipids. Tumeclassify kama 3 categories. Hii first category ni simple au pure, so you can say simple lipids or pure lipids. Lakini the second category tunaweza kusema compound au derived lipids. So simple, they are sometimes called as pure. Why they are referred as pure? Because they are made up of the condensation reaction between fatty acid and alcohol, kama ambavyo nilisema kwenye previous video. Lakini nyingine ni compound lipids, ambazo tunakuwa tuna alcohol, tuna fatty acid, lakini pia tunakuwa tuna another group. Lakini kategori ya tatu ni lipids. Kwa hiyo hizo zote tutaenda kuziona moja baada ya nyingine. Kwenye hii video tuanze na simple lipids au pure lipids. Na hapa kwenye pure lipids tuangalie kwanza, kuna aina mbili za pure lipids kama ambavyo umeona hapo, kuna fats pamoja na waxes. Kwa hiyo tuanze kwanza na fats. Tuikate kwanza kwenye vipande hii fats, afu baada hapo ndio tutaangalia waxes. The fat molecule is made up of 1 molecule of glycerol and 3 molecules of fatty acids. Fats are also referred as triglycerides. Triglycerides, or some of the textbooks, they have written it as triglycerols. So fats zinakuwa zimetengenezwa na 1 molecule glycerol pamoja na 3 molecules of fatty acids. Kwa hiyo hizi zinaitwa triglyceride because in each molecule there are 3 fatty acid molecule joined into a single trihydroxyl alcohol called glycerol. Kwa trihydroxyl alcohol maana yake ni alcohol ambayo ina hydroxyl 3, kama ambavyo tutaenda kuona hapo mbele kidogo. Kwa hiyo fats yield fatty acid and glycerol upon hydrolysis. Ukizifanyia hydrolysis, kama tulivyosema, hydrolysis yake inafanyika by sodium hydroxide na the reaction is called saponification. Ukifanyia hydrolysis unakuja kupata constituent mbili ambazo ni glycerol pamoja na fatty acid. Kwa hiyo kwenye constituents of fat we have two constituents, as we said earlier, that we have glycerol and fatty acids. Kwa hiyo tukianza kuchambua component moja ya hizi fats, utagundua kwamba tuanze na hii glycerol. Glycerol is the form of alcohol because it contains 3 hydroxyl group. Na kama ninavyokumbuka organic chemistry kwamba any compound ambayo functional group yake ni hydroxyl group, functional group inakuwa ni hydroxyl group. Hii compound yetu tunaweza kaita kama ni nini? Kama ni alcohol. Kwa hiyo therefore glycerol has 3 hydroxyl groups and each of these is capable of interacting with carboxylic group of fatty acid. Kwa hiyo kila mmoja kati ya hydroxyl group watatu anakuwa na uwezo wa kuinteract na carboxylic group. Hiyo structure glycerol unaweza kuona inakuwa ni carbon, then hydroxyl. Then from there we have hydrogen, we have hydrogen and then hydrogen. Kwa hizi hydroxyl group tatu, kila mmoja hapa ana uwezo wa kuingiliana na carboxylic group, yani HOOC CHOOC. Kwa hiyo kila mmoja anakuwa na uwezo wa kuingiliana na hizi carboxylic group. Kinachokuja kutokea manake hii ni carboxylic group. Huku mbele kuna fatty acid. Fatty acid. Hii fatty acid imeitwa fatty acid kwa sababu gani? Ina carboxylic group. Ina hii carboxylic group. Carboxylic group. Kwa hiyo fatty acid huku hii hydroxyl group itakuja kucombine huku. Hii hydrogen itakuja kucombine na hydroxyl ya huku. Zitakuja kulilizi water. Hapa zitalilizi water na hapa vile vile zitalilizi water na hapa vile vile zitalilizi water. So tunapokuwa tuna form one triglyceride molecule, 3 molecules of water zinakuwa released. I mean 3 molecules. 3 molecules of water zinakuwa released, na zikiwa released hapo ndio tunaweza tukaform bond ambayo inaenda kusababisha saa hii glycerol molecule iliyoko huku ikaungane na 3 fatty acid molecule. Kwa hiyo the formula for glycerol is C3H8 and O3, whose open structure is shown below. So this is the open structure of glycerol, as I have explained that the 3 hydroxyl group, they have ability to react with the carboxyl group. There is only one kind of glycerol, no structural viability. So usio kafikiri kwamba glycerol ina isomer. Glycerol haina isomer. Hiyo ndio moja iko hivyo hivyo. Therefore glycerol remain the same in all simple lipids. Lakini from there tuangalie fatty acids ambazo tunasema kwamba each fatty acid consists of hydrocarbon chain with carboxylic group at one end. Kwa hiyo fatty acid zenyewe, hii hydrocarbon chain unaweza kukuta ina carbon 30, carbon 30, 60, 70, inategemea tu. Na normally we are drawing it as a zigzag like this, and each corner in this zigzag indicating a carbon atom. Kwa mfano hapo kuna carbon atom, hapo kuna carbon atom, carbon atom, carbon atom, carbon atom, carbon atom, carbon. Kama hapo tunaweza kuona pia, tutaenda kuona kwenye organic chemistry. Lakini sasa ninachoweza kusema ni kwamba kwenye fatty acid manake kama ukiwekewa hivi alafu huku mwishoni tukakuwekea COOH, that means hapa kuna carbon hapa. Kwa mote zimejipanga carbon. So assuming tumeanza hii carbon iliyoko huku terminal ndio hii hapa. So tutakuwa na carbon 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17. Na hii hapa yenyewe 18 ambayo tukihesabu. So this fatty acid will have 18 carbon atoms. Na kwa sababu hiyo fatty acids zinakuwa zina variable length. Kwa hiyo kuna very long hydrocarbon chain. Na tunavyosema hydrocarbon maana yake ni chain composed of carbon and hydrogen. So we have a very long chain composed of carbon and hydrogen. Then at the terminal we have a carboxylic group. Kwa hiyo hii chain yote itakuwa inaonekana kama carbon. Then we have hydrogen. We have hydrogen attached to this carbon. And sometimes this chain can be saturated or unsaturated. If all of the carbon they are saturated, we will have only a single bond. But sometimes you may find a double bond or even a triple bond in this hydrocarbon chain, indicating that a hydrocarbon chain can react with another hydrogen and it's unsaturated. We shall see later on the properties of these saturated and unsaturated fatty acids and the properties of the lipids they are forming. That the properties of the lipids formed by saturated fatty acids, they differ with the properties of lipids formed by the saturated fatty acids. So fatty acids have the general formula of CH3, then CH2N, then COOH. So this is the general formula. This is the methyl group which is at the terminal of the, as we can draw, this is zigzag. This here we should have a methyl group at the terminal, and here we have a carboxyl group, and all of these carbons in between will have this structure with N. So we are talking this in case of saturated fatty acids, but this CH2N can differ in case of unsaturated, because the number of hydrogen will not be twice as the number of carbon atoms. But for the case of saturated, kwa zile ambazo zina single bond pekee, number of hydrogen is twice the number of carbon atoms. So where N is the whole number, but generally around 16, not only around 16, it can be even greater or it can be smaller, but always it's greater than 16. So it can be 16, 17, 18. That's why in my example here, I gave you the example, say hydrocarbon chain which is with the 18 carbon atoms. So from the formula, it seems that the fatty acids molecule has 3 chemical components. The first component is alkyl group. The second component is the hydrocarbon chain. And then the third component is the carboxylic group. So the open structure of fatty acid can be seen like this. And as you can see here, you may count yourself the carbon atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Kwa unavyoona kama hapa carbon atoms ziko 17. And this is just one among the example of the fatty acids. And this is an open structure. And the condensed structure is carbon 17, hydrogen 38, and then you see only 2 oxygen, as we discussed in the previous video. The proportion of oxygen is very small in fats as compared to the proportion of hydrogen. When we are comparing fats and carbohydrate, the proportion of oxygen in fats is very small, as you can see here. So fatty acids contain the acidic group, the carboxylic group, and they are so named because some of the large molecules in the series occur in fats. Kwa hiyo zinaitwa acids kwa sababu zimecontain carboxylic group. Na zinaitwa fatty acids kwa sababu gani? Hizi some of these they are found in lipids. Sio zote. Baadhi ya hizi large molecule au long molecules with carboxylic group they are found in lipids. Kwa hiyo they generalize and they call them as fatty acids. Kwa fatty kwa sababu zinaonekana kwenye fatty, lakini acids because they have carboxylic group. And they have the general formula RCOOH, where R is the hydrogen of the group such that so R is simply an alkyl group as we studied in our organic chemistry. So in this video, let I end up here. In the next video, just stay tuned. In the next video, we will discuss about the formation of simple lipids and about different reactions which are taking place in these simple lipids and how we may do different things in the lab, or even how are they performing different functions in the body. Stay with me, subscribe the channel, click the link below to join my Telegram group for discussions, and just share the video for more updates on the biology and the chemistry. Also, nowadays we are going to teach even BAM, advanced mathematics, and even physics. So just share the video with your fellow students so that they can access these subjects. And don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you, and let I wish you nice studies.